Okay, so this is a video talking about how to take a web test. Web test is going to be the option that you're going to use when you take a test throughout the semester. So right now they're scheduled to be 4 regular exams and then a final exam. And so you're going to want to log into the software using your own access code and then go and click on the web test option, and you're going to want to make sure that you have an internet connection throughout the time that you're testing. So we'll click on that. And it's going to load the web test from the internet. And so here's the format with the web test. You have the option to take the test, and if we click on this, you have the option of doing the assigned test that I've given, and that's going to basically be the test that counts. You can also do a practice test, or if you've paused your exam, you can resume it. So just so you're familiar with the practice idea, you can actually go here, and if you wanted to kind of create a test that would simulate the one you're going to take, you could choose the number of questions, the time allowed, and then pick from the sections that you know are going to be on that particular test, and you can kind of practice pretty close to the way you think it will actually be. It's a pretty good tool. So you have the format down, and I'm not surprised by the format when you take the test. Okay, actually taking the assigned test, I'm going to say OK. It's going to download the test, and then it gives you some of the information. Tells you the availability. So here's the dates from which you can take the test. This is exam 1, so you need to take it by February 13th. Time limit 180 minutes, so 3 hours. Tells you the weight of exams. In this course, 70% of your grade. 27 questions on the test. 34 total steps, and that's worth 68 points. So it's basically whatever your average is going to be. It's going to be determined by the number of points you got correct divided by 68. And you've got 3 maximum attempts at this, 3 attempts remaining, and the highest of all the attempts is what you'll get for the grade. So we'll begin the test. The password is going to be exam. On future tests, your proctor will know the password and will be able to enter that in for you. So we're going to say OK. Okay, so when you take the test, it's going to be very similar to the format that you use for doing your homework. You've got the question right in front of you. You have basically down below a choice to be able to jump around and do different questions. And you don't have to stick with one particular question. If you see something that you think is tricky for you, you want to come back to it later on and think about it. But see, this test had 27 total questions, and you can kind of pick and choose where you want to go from there. Test status will basically tell you how you've responded, and you can kind of look at it in this format and see what you've answered, what you haven't, so you make sure you don't miss any particular questions. And let's see, what else could we talk about? I think these arrows go from card to card, back and forth. Don't forget you still have your keypad available in case you need to do certain features like fractions, exponent, square root, and so on. And you also have your calculator. available to you through the Windows option for Windows Calculator. So some of those same options are available there. So if I wanted to answer this first question, let's see how that would kind of look if I go ahead and try to put something in. If I take the calculator out and I were to solve this, the work for this problem, just doing it kind of in my head, is going to be 77 or 78 times 11 divided by 26. So 33 is going to be the correct answer. When I put that in, I'm not going to be pushing submit or anything like that. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go to some of the other questions and try to answer those. And I can, again, check my status and see what I've put in. Well, or at least that I have an answer entered in for something. I can go and look and see. There's an answer there. So once you enter in answers that you feel comfortable with for every question, you click End Test. I have not answered all the questions on the test. Are you sure you want to end the test? Yeah, I'm going to get a pretty bad grade. So I'm going to say yes. It's going to submit to the server. My details have been uploaded. It tells you your grade right off. I got a 3% on this test, so it does the averaging for you already. And it kind of gives you a code and again reiterates what you got for that. Okay, so let's see what happens. We'll close this. I'm not going to print this. Would I like to review my test at this time? Yes. And it's going to tell you basically going through what you should have done. You can change the option to just look at the questions that you missed, because maybe you're just interested in reviewing those questions. Let's see what this data button does. Okay, so it kind of breaks down how you did based on the sections, so you can kind of find your weak areas. So there's a lot that you can do here as you go through. Probably I could do a second video to really show you everything you can do to analyze, but I just want to get you guys going with this, so let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.